The loud alarms were going off all over Green Valley Hospital in the middle of the night. It was 2:15 in the morning. My phone buzzed hard on the table next to my bed. It woke me up from a bad dream. Heart machines were stopping, showing flat lines. Patient files were locked up tight, like someone had thrown away the keys. Backup power was failing, one piece after another. The night shift boss's voice shook on the phone. "Mr. Harlan, it's all broken. We can't see any records. That new safety fix messed everything up. I was already grabbing my pants and shoes. The funny part hit me like a punch. Just 1 month before, I would have jumped in my truck and driven fast through the dark, rainy streets of Denver to fix it all. But now I was just Alex Harlan, 48 years old. I was out of a job. I had 20 years fixing computer safety problems, but no one cared about that anymore. I got pushed out by Elena Vargas and her young cousin, Marco Ruiz. Let me go back and explain how I ended up here. Stories like this don't just happen out of the blue. They build up slow, like a storm coming, until everything breaks. My name is Alex Harlan. 20 years ago, I walked into the front door of SafeNet Systems. I was a new guy, right out of the Navy's radio team. I didn't have a big college degree from a fancy school. I didn't have family who could help me get the job. I was just a farm boy from the middle of the country. My hands were rough from fixing wires in the dirt during jobs far away. I knew one big thing deep down. When you keep important computer systems safe, you can't make mistakes. People's lives depend on it, not just numbers on a screen. I worked my way up the hard way, long hours, day and night. I missed barbecues with friends. I skipped birthdays. I gave up watching sunsets to stare at computer screens instead. While my old Navy friends were cooking meat on the grill or running after their kids at games, I was inside big rooms full of machines. I made sure doctors' computers kept working during big storms. I helped keep power lines safe from bad guys trying to hack in from other countries. It cost me my first marriage. It took away time I could have spent with my daughter, Mia. But I told myself it was worth it. What we did helped keep families from falling apart. No power cuts. No lost health info that could hurt sick people. Over those long years, I built strong safety plans. They protected secret talks between countries. They kept machines that helped people breathe, working in far-off doctors' offices. I came up with 38 new ideas that got special papers saying they were mine. Those ideas made about $950 million for the company from deals with others. Not bad for a kid who started by twisting wires in a tiny room. But the real treasure wasn't the money or the papers. It was the people I got to know. Dr. Klaus Becker in Berlin, Germany. He asked me to make his health gadget computers safe after a close call with bad hackers. Captain Elena Torres at StrongGuard team. She would call my phone late at night for quick fixes on secret space links. Heads of doctors' offices from rainy Seattle to windy Chicago. They knew my rough voice meant their sick people were okay. These weren't just names in a phone book. We went through hard times together. Late night calls when everything was breaking. I fixed problems no one else could. We built trust, one tough night at a time. Elena Vargas became the big boss about 1.5 years ago. She went to a top school called Stanford. She wore nice clothes and showed pretty charts on her computer. She talked a lot about big changes and fast ways to work, but I could tell she didn't really get what we did every day. To her, keeping computers safe was just a number on a report every 3 months. Then Marco Ruiz showed up 4 months back. He was Elena's cousin, only 22 years old. He had just finished a quick computer class in a place like Silicon Valley. That class closed down before it really started. The kid had never run a real safety team, but he was family, and that seemed to matter more than all my years of work. I tried to teach him. I really did. I showed him our old ways of doing things. I explained why we did them that way. But Marco didn't want to learn. He wanted to change everything fast. Every talk with him turned into him talking about new tech like blockchains and smart computer brains. He could go on for an hour without saying anything that made sense. The bad news came 6 weeks ago. It was in a big meeting room with a view of the tall mountains outside our office in downtown Denver. Elena pushed the papers that said I was fired across the shiny table. Marco sat there with a big smile like he just won a prize. "Alex, you've done good work," she said, but she wouldn't look right at me. "We need new ideas now. Marco is the kind of fresh start we want. The ID card I used to wear around my neck was now on Marco. He played with his watch on his wrist. He didn't even look up as they ended my job. 20 years, I said quietly. That's a long time to build all this. Elena didn't change her face. Things change, Alex. We have to keep up or fall behind. I thought about the message I sent my daughter Mia 2 days before. Sorry, can't make your big dinner for getting a better job, sweetie. Got a big computer fix this weekend. She wrote back, It's okay, Dad. I get it. Work comes first. I had missed her special days to fix problems that made the company lots of money. Now they were throwing me away like old trash. Sign here, Alex, Elena said. The people who help with job changes will make it easy. My hand didn't shake when I picked up the pen. Elena thought I was sad and beaten, but she didn't know what she just started. Hidden in those money deals for my ideas was a special rule I put in during a big computer attack in 2021. If they fire the main guy who made the ideas without a good reason, everything goes back to me. The bosses signed it fast back then. They were scared I would go work for someone else. They never thought they would have to follow it. I signed my name careful, like I do when I make safety plans. No yelling, no big talk. Just a name that would hurt them bad. Good luck, Marco, I said as I stood up. You're going to need it a lot. I left the building with a box full of old stuff and 20 years of friends they could never take away. The first problem showed up 2 days after they let me go. I was sitting at my kitchen table in my small house on the edge of Denver. I was drinking black coffee and looking at job ads online that didn't fit me. Then a message came from Lila Chen. We had worked together for 12 years. She was good at her job, like me. Alex, something's wrong. Berlin stopped the health gadget deal. They want you, not anyone else. I put down my cup and called Dr. Becker right away. His voice sounded tired and worried. Alex, thank God you called. Some guy named Ruiz asked for the okay. But our rules say only you can give it. The deal says so clear. I'm not with SafeNet anymore, Klaus. There was a long quiet. Then he said, We have a big problem. No okay from you, no fixes. Our whole system is open to bad guys. In just hours, things started to fall apart fast. Captain Torres at StrongGuard sent a message back to SafeNet. Need the main fix, guys, okay. Deal on hold until then. Green Valley Doctors Group in Seattle couldn't check their safety rules. Mountain Power Company needed my special sign to update their power lines. One after another, the people I worked with for years asked the same thing. Where is Alex Harlan? My phone kept ringing nonstop. Old work friends, sounding scared and mixed up. Alex, half our deals are stopped. Marco doesn't know the secret codes. Elena is having meetings every hour I have to say. I felt a little good watching it happen. Not mean good, more like watching a plan work just right. You can't take out the main part of a strong wall and think it will stay up. Marco had my office and my card, but he didn't have my friends. They knew my voice from hard times. They had my phone number for when things went wrong at night. They trusted me after years of me fixing what broke. When a young guy they didn't know tried to okay big changes, they said no. Elena tried to fix it her way, with lots of meetings and pretty talks. Marco made a show with slides about new safety ideas and smart computers. It was all empty words. The friends listened nice, then asked for me. By the 5th day, it was really bad. That's when Elena made her first big wrong move to fix her first wrong move. She had Marco put a story on a worksite called LinkedIn. It was about changing safety with new chain tech. The story spread fast in our work world, but not in a good way. People wrote mean things, from smart doubts to laughs. Who is this young guy? SafeNet fired Alex for him? 20 years of real work gone for empty talk? Victor Lang called me that night. He ran the computers for a big group of West Coast doctors' offices. We worked together since 2012. We went through 4 big attacks from bad countries. We shared bad coffee at dawn during fixes. Alex, what is going on at SafeNet? This Marco kid doesn't know a wall from a window. They wanted young blood, Vic. Said I was too old in my ways, he laughed hard. Old? You mean good at your job? Listen, when you start your own thing, call me. Our doctors group would love to hire you straight. That talk started something in my head. For 20 years, I stayed true to SafeNet. even when other jobs offered me twice the money. But being true has to work both ways, right? The big mess came on day 7. Marco wanted to show he was good. He okayed a big safety fix for doctors' computers all over the West Coast, but he didn't test it first. That was a mistake any old hand would catch. The fix had a problem, a simple one. All of a sudden, health records at 39 doctors' places, from Seattle to Portland, went away. No one got hurt right away. The systems stopped safe like I made them to do, but machines for pictures stopped. Surgery times got mixed up. Emergency rooms had to use paper and pens. The news went everywhere in hours. Bad safety fix stops, West Coast doctors. TV shows talked to mad doctors and nurses. The heads of doctors' places I knew for years were very angry, not just at the stop, but at the dumb mistake behind it. My phone blew up with calls from news people wanting my words. I said no to talks, but work newspapers got the story. Old friends talking without names said it clear. Old safety guy fired for young family. Bad thing happens, just like you think. That night, my daughter Mia called. Dad, I saw the news about SafeNet. You okay? I'm good, kid. Really, this might be the best thing for me. What do you mean? I mean it's time I stop helping other people's companies. Time to make my own. Mia was quiet a second. Dad, I saved some money from my drawing jobs. Use it to start your company. It's like betting on you. I believe in you. That meant more than any job deal or money or award I ever got. My girl trusted me, even when my old job didn't. The next morning, I called Victor back. That doctor's group idea? I went in 3 weeks after the doctor's mess. I was in a lawyer's office in downtown Denver, looking at papers that would change my life. My lawyer, Harlan Webb, looked at the idea deals like he was checking every penny. Alex, this is amazing, he said, looking up from the big stack. These 38 ideas aren't just money. They are the base of every big deal SafeNet has. The rules are strong. When they fired you for no good reason, it made everything yours again. What does that mean? It means you own it all now. No strings. Ideas worth $950 million. Every safety step, every lock code, every watch system, it's yours. I sat back in the chair. Let it sink in. 20 years of late nights, missed dinners, given up weekends. It all turned into my way to be free. What can SafeNet do about it? Charles shook his head. Nothing. Their own bosses signed it in 2021 during that big attack. They wanted you bad. Didn't read the small print. That afternoon, I met Victor for lunch at our old spot, O'Malley's Bar on a busy street. The place was full of tech people eating fast, but our small table in the corner felt private for real talk. So it's really starting? Victor asked after I told him about the lawyer. Harlan's safety group is official since yesterday. I have the ideas. I have the friends. And thanks to my daughter's money, I have startup cash. Victor smiled big and lifted his beer. To the worst boss choice in Denver tech history. We touched glasses, but I wasn't ready to party yet. Victor, I need to ask something real. Would your doctor's group work with just me? One guy? Alex, let me tell you, after Marco's big mistake last week, our bosses had a quick meeting. They all said yes to stop working with SafeNet. We just needed a new choice. What about risks? Money to cover if something goes wrong. All the big companies' safe stuff? We've worked with you 15 years. You think we care more about a company name than a guy who knows his job? Plus, half our doctors' places are small. They know the best help doesn't always come from the biggest buildings. In the next month, the news spread like fire in dry grass. Alex Harlan was back, and he owned the tech that half of Denver's tech world needed. The first real deal came from Captain Torres at StrongGuard. She called me herself. Alex, we need to talk. Our government deals need your safety steps. With you gone from SafeNet, we break rules. I'm not gone, Elena. I'm on my own now. Thank God. Can you come to the beach in Virginia next week? We need to fix our whole deal. The meeting at StrongGuard felt like seeing old friends. Elena showed me to 3 other safety teams for the Army. They had the same rule problems. By the end of the week, I had $250 million in signed papers. The news got back to SafeNet quick. Elena called my phone, a number she never saved in 20 years. Alex, we need to talk about this. You're taking our customers. I'm not taking Elena. These are friends I made over years. They pick me because they trust me. This is stealing. I'll take you to court until you're broke. I kept my voice calm. Go ahead. Your lawyers will tell you why it won't work. You fired the guy who owns the tech. What you do comes back to you. She hung up mad. The work news picked it up in days. Old safety guy wins big after bad firing. The story said how SafeNet lost $350 million in deals in 6 weeks, while my new group signed with Army teams and doctors' places. But the real yes came from somewhere I didn't expect. Senator Sofia Alvarez, head of a group in Washington that looks at computer safety. She called me. Mr. Harlan, I've been watching your story. We have meetings next month on keeping important things safe. Will you come talk as an expert? I'd be happy to, Senator. Good. We need people like you to explain the dangers. The doctor's stop up west has made people ask big questions about company safety rules. The funny part was perfect. Marco's mistakes made a big talk about safety in the country, and I was going to Washington to help fix the problems his kind made. Meanwhile, SafeNet was falling apart. Marco made 3 more big mistakes. One fix stopped traffic lights in downtown Denver for 4 hours. Cars everywhere, horns blowing. Elena had boss meetings every week, trying to explain how she lost me and $350 million in 2 months. The tech news sites were hard on her. How SafeNet's boss broke a billion-dollar company in 90 days. The story used words from workers without names. They said the place was bad now. Old workers pushed out. Family pics who didn't know what they were doing. My daughter Mia came to see me that weekend. She brought her boyfriend to look at my new office. It wasn't big. 1,800 square feet in an old building turned new. But it was mine. Dad, are you still mad at what they did? I thought for a minute. No, sweetie. I'm thankful. Elena and Marco taught me something. 20 years of hard work and knowing stuff can't be beat by family ties and big words. They showed me I'm worth more than they thought. Mia smiled. What's next? Next, we make something that helps people. Something that keeps them safe without hurting the team that does it. 9 months after I left SafeNet with just my box, I was in a big room in Washington, D.C. getting ready to talk to the safety group. My name tag said Alexander Harlan, boss, Harlan Safety Group. Senator Alvarez knew her stuff. She started by saying how breaks in important systems went up 250% in a year. Most from bad safety and young bosses who didn't know. Mr. Harlan, she said, you've kept our country's important computers safe for 20 years. What do you think is causing all these breaks? I leaned to the mic. Senator, it's easy. Companies save money and pick family over good workers. They fire old hands and hire cheap new ones. The West Coast doctor's stop is a good example. Cameras caught every word. Marco's online stories about new safety were shown big behind me. I explained in simple steps how his mistake put sick people in danger. That talk made big news. Old computer safety guy shows big problems in the work. The story went beyond tech. It was about older workers thrown away for cheap help, about real know-how beat by empty talk and who you know. People acted fast. 4 big companies called that week. They wanted me to check their safety bosses. The government safety group gave me a job to look at their rules. My small office felt too tight all of a sudden. I needed more room. Meanwhile, SafeNet kept falling. 3 weeks after my Washington talk, the bosses fired Elena in a secret meeting. News got out right away. Tech sites were mean. Bosses fire leader who broke billion company. Marco's online page went away. Last I heard, he had a job making phone apps for walking dogs. But the best feeling came from Elena. She showed up at my office on a Tuesday afternoon. She looked tired and scared. My front desk person called me. Mr. Harlan, Elena Vargas is here. Says it's important. I almost said no. But I wanted to know why. She came in looking different. No big boss look. More like someone who lost everything. Alex, I made a huge mistake. A really bad one. I pointed to the chair. Sit, Elena. I want to team up with you. Half the company for you. You run the tech part. Tell me what you want. I looked at her face. Why now? Because I broke what we had. Bosses fired me, but they will bring me back if I fix it. You're the only one who can save it. Elena, you didn't just fire me. You broke 20 years of friends, trust, and know-how. You can't buy that back. Alex, please. I have a family, a house payment. I'm 42. Who will hire me after this mess? For a second, I felt bad for her. Almost. Then I remembered the meeting room. Marco's smile. How she pushed the fire papers at me. You should have thought of that before you said know-how didn't matter. She left without saying more. 2 months later, SafeNet went broke. The company worth $2.5 billion when I left was sold in pieces. Most of their leftover deals went to other companies. Some came to me. Harlan's Safety Group now has 60 people. 4 from my old Navy team. 7 who left SafeNet after I did. We work normal hours. We respect what everyone knows. No one gets fired for being too old or knowing too much. Last week, Mia brought her 2 little boys to the office. They are 3 years old, full of questions about the computers and machines. I spent an hour showing them around, telling them how we keep doctors' places and schools safe from bad guys. Grandpa, are you the boss of all these? One asked. Kind of, little guy. Mia pulled me aside after. Dad, I have to say it. I watched you give everything to a company that didn't care. Now I see you making something real, something that's yours. I'm so proud. That night I was cleaning my desk. I found an old picture, me getting an award after 15 years at SafeNet. Elena shaking my hand, both smiling for the camera. I looked at it long, then threw it away. Now on my desk is a different picture. Mia's big dinner I missed for a work fix. Her boyfriend sent it with a note. You can't get back lost time, but you can make sure you don't miss more. She was right. Last weekend, I took the boys fishing at a lake called Echo, taught them how to put worms on hooks, how to wait quiet. We didn't catch much, but we had time together. Something I forgot was so good. Sometimes the best way to get back at someone isn't being mad. It's showing you are always worth more. It's making something better, something that treats the people who build it right. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you get a second chance to be the dad you should have been. Elena's big mistake. She forgot that in computers, like in life, you can't take out the strong base without everything falling. 20 years of knowing isn't just words on paper. It's the solid ground everything stands on. I learned something too. Being true has to be earned both ways. And sometimes getting fired is the best thing that can happen. But let's go deeper into how this all started. Because no big story comes out of nothing. It grows from small hurts that no one fixes. Think of me, Alex Harlan, not just as the guy who fixed things, but as the young worker who looked up to old bosses at SafeNet. My first boss was Gus Ramirez. He was old from the time of the Vietnam War. He fixed wires when computers were big boxes. After long fix nights, he would take me aside. His coffee cup always had stains. Kid, this job isn't about the machines. It's about the people who trust you. Build that trust like you build the fixes, one step at a time. Check every part Gus left work 10 years ago. He gave me his old toolbox, said, don't let the bosses make you forget what you know. I listened, put those ideas into every plan I made. But as SafeNet got bigger with new money, those ideas started to fight with new bosses. They loved numbers on papers, not the hard work. Elena's time as boss made it worse. Her big meetings were like shows. Bright screens talking about change or die. Marco was like her pet, showing new ideas that broke in the middle. I tried to warn in small talks. These new ways sound good, but without trying them first, they can break easy. Elena would pat my arm like I was a kid. Alex, your old ways are strong, but strong is heavy. We need light things to fly. Marco got bold. He pushed my ideas away in meetings, called them old stops. The team split quiet. Old workers like Lila came to me for real stories. Young ones went to Marco's fun parties with jokes. I saw the split, but I stayed because SafeNet was like my home. I wouldn't leave in the middle. Before they fired me, there were fake meetings to ask what people thought. Ilana brought in young workers to say what cool safety looked like. My strong walls. They called them old people stops. Marco's new ideas? Awesome. When the paper came out, Making Work Better, it cut the old team. Me, Gus's student, and 3 others with 60 years together. New people, Elena wrote in an email. with pictures of Marco's young friends. Mia heard worry in my voice on our call. Dad, this feels wrong. Like trading a strong light for shiny lights that go out. Shiny lights are fun to watch, Mia. Strong lights keep you safe. But that night, doubt grew. I read the old deals under a lamp. The special rules stood out like a hidden trap. After they fired me, being alone hurt more than losing the job. Days ran together in my small house. Empty food boxes piled up. Walls felt empty without work sounds. I walked cold paths by Echo Lake, breath in the air like smoke. I thought about the meeting again. Elena not looking, Marco playing on his phone. What if I had yelled? I said to the trees. But how? A big fight in court would hurt me too. No, the rule was my quiet weapon, sharp and hidden. Lila's messages kept me going. People at work say Marco is changing your fixes, messing them up. I laughed a little dark, then talked to Mia about her drawing work. Pictures of knights with computer shields I helped her think of. This is you, Dad. Shield never breaks. Her trust was light in the dark. The problems from others came in steps. First, Berlin's stop. Dr. Becker's email came early, like 6 a.m. my time. A long story of worry. Alex Ruiz tried to okay it, but it set off our check bells. Wrong numbers, no real okay. Remember our fix in 2018? Your special sign is the main part. Without it, bad groups from the East can get in our health computers. I told him to wait, quietly told Lila, ask them questions about rules. Give me time. By lunch, Seattle's Green Valley did the same. Their safety boss, Tara Voss. She was a nurse who learned computers. We bonded over coffee after a 2015 break. Harlan, no sign from you. Everything waiting. Ruiz's tribe bounced like a bad money check. For power lines, Bert Klein at Mountain Power. Old guy who told stories of 2003 blackouts over online drinks. No you, no safe make. Government watching. We're open. Calls from old team got louder. A late night message from Raj Patel. Everything crazy. Marco locked the safe room. Can't test. Elena yelling in big meetings. I didn't help direct, but gave old hints. Tell them about the 2019 book. Hand fixes in part B. Small? Maybe. But it was what happens when you do wrong. I felt okay as news came. SafeNet's money number shaking. Friends asking where I was going. Victor's call before the big mess. Like a teacher now student. Alex, 3 boss worries this week. You gone? Like no heartbeat for the machine. Tell, what's your plan? Thinking alone work, Vic. You want to try first? Yes, our group is yours. Free test if you need Elena's online try? A big wrong. Marco's posts late at night, when people are desperate, full of dreams. Opening the future. SafeNet's smart web plus safe chains. Lots of fun pictures, like rockets and brains. Number sign, change the fear number. Sign young safe. By morning, people made jokes of it. Pictures of Marco like a king while things burned. Words poured in. Harlan is the real part. This is sick heart. Family pick code? Scary. A big writer online broke it down. From safe to mess, how empty words bury smart. Victor sent it with note. Told you, window safe. Marco's doctor's big mistake? Like a bad song, slow and loud. From inside talk, he took over the fix without my extra checks. No small tests, no fake runs I made for quick jobs. The problem? A mix-up in how things wait, making the info pile up and stop. At Green Valley, a bad hurt room went back to paper in the middle. Doctors writing on paper towels. A kid hurt case waited 45 minutes as screen showed errors. News ate it up. Doctors stop, young shake, or new mistake. Experts added on. Said my firing was why. Tara on TV. Best, we trusted Harlan 10 years. His plan saved lives in bad times. This could stop. New guy play Mia's call that night. Warm like home in the storm. She watched a late show. Her draw eye saw the real. Dad, they call it new pains. But I see you. The part they can't get rid of. We talked video till late. She drew fast, bird from burned wires. This for Harlan's safety. Free. Wings of lines, strong wood heart. Her money? 50,000 from art sales. Small to big money people. Big to me. Putting money in the guy who taught me to keep going. You kept me safe all life. Now I help lawyer meet with Webb, like seeing truth. His room full of wood walls and old books. Printer noise as he checked. Alex, not just back. It goes before. Money from last year yours. 120 million you get now. I stopped. How to use? To start. Quiet asks for money. Let time make them sorry more. We planned. Quiet holds on safe net things. Quiet talks to friends. Small cut, not big hit, Webb said. Your name is the sharp part. Lunch with Vic at O'Malley's? More like a promise. The bar old, nuts on floor, music from old singer. Kept us real. Vic big like a football player. Leaned close. Our group 22 places, Alex. 80 million a year spend. You're one man? We help start. Share rules, same names on papers. I ask bad parts. Grow problem? I'm one with gold touch plans. We share your fixes. You talk to Maine people. After Marco, bosses want know-how over name. Remember 2016 waterbad? Your far fix kept our hurt rooms light when government's slow. Glass touch again, now strong. By end of food, big cake, he sent message to his boss. Harlan coming. Okay, work fire spread. Talk flew from Strongguard. Torres's team told my ways at fancy parties. Harlan, not just worker, he's the smart part. A Seattle meet had doctors' bosses around. Ideas yours? We joined Mia helped with looks. Her art on my web place. Clean letters, pictures of linked walls. Make trust, not scare, she said. First money in? 40 million from Green Valley. Tara, okay. Back to strong ground. Elena's call? Like bad plant growing. Her phone messages before. Talk together? The ring made me strong. Taking customers bad, Alex. Our list, your take. Your list. Elena, that's my friends. Made with work, sweat, night calls. Steal. Court will cut you. Court? Your papers say truth, her mad sound. You were easy to lose. Easy? I was need. Hear the quiet now. Hang up, good. News flood, like wind story. Harlan's take, from gone to rich. Numbers hard. Safe net worth down 60%. Harlan's safety 180 million first 3 months. Alvarez's want, like a call to help. Her helper gave notes. Say breaks or boss crimes. Family over smart talk show? Good watch. I told Marcos online, this smart web, new without real, put 80 people in danger in tests. Gasps from watchers. Alvarez, bad picture. SafeNet's end? Fall like rocks. Elena's fire? Big story. Leaked paper saying her old slow. Marco, gone quiet. Story is bad boss pick. Rumors he at small place in Boulder, making apps for plant care. No mad at me. Just how things go back. Bankrupt dance? Hard. SafeNet broke in parts. Rooms to small, papers sold. Harlan's safety took old team. Turned bad to good. 60 now. Navy friends like Kai Lopez, making watch plans. SafeNet levers, 5 strong and trust. Ways? Friends first. Bend hours. Learn from mistakes. No old checks. Mia's small kids, wonder. Their storm of curls asked about screens. Grandpa, kill bad ghosts. Our trip, from wall stories to good hacks, no fear. Screen king, team king, group. Mia quiet talk. Your story? My book. Give without sad. Making big, great trash old thing. That party picture. Elena's fake smile, my fool grin. Gone. Good keep. Mia's missed night picture. Get back beats. True. Lake story, like song. Echoes green water edge. Hooks throw, quiet wait. Bites none, talks sweet. Navy line stories, Mia kid tales. Wait, little flyers, I said as sun went down. Hearts together. Something moved, not just live, but own. In end quiet, Elena's wrong. Maine, big places fall without base. 20 years, giant cloth, not small count. My say, share needs real good. And gone? Drink sometimes. Let free the tide. But to make this story strong against Win, think of the end parts. Harlan's safety, now busy in Denver's new old spots, not just money make. It's what we stand for. We teach young like I wanted. Marco like new? Not push away, teach, pair with old. Mix fun with strong. Kai Lopez, Navy friend, runs old story rooms. Old workers tell fight tales to new. Connect old and new. Mia helps art. Her wall pictures show our goal. Safe for all. Money? Good, 320 million a year. But numbers small. Help big. Late fix for Echo Lake Small Line? Stopped fire bad. Kept go home info on. 30 families safe. Me part? Deep. Weekends tie with Mia's small. Park food, puzzle games, no phone pull. Her big night again? Went, arm with arm, drink to her up. Dad, around again. Trust grow? From her, yes. SafeNet ghosts? Gone. Elena? Sounds in job hunts. Help hidden, alone. Marco? Story mostly. Online peaks at Green Startup. Green Real, City Tree apps. No hate, just shape. Do comes back. Big end? Can't hide. Worth not said. Made. Make stronger. Help stronger. And luck? Freeze the base self. Last free. In Computer Storm, like Life Wave, bases keep. Forget. Water takes all. I stand watch no more. Leader, make lands new. And in that own, quiet, deep as any fix wrote.